Hello and welcome, everybody. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Tamara, aka Your Sensual Mystic. Today we are doing a pick a card, trying to discover what type of relationship you were in or what type of relationship you are in. So, what you're going to do is meditate on the three different decks, see which one you feel called to, which one are you attracted to. So less visually speaking and more like what you feel a draw towards. And then what I'm going to do is do a little reading from each of these. And we're going to try to help uncover whether or not this is a soulmate connection, if you are in a twin flame potentially connection, or if you are in just a karmic relationship. Remembering that tarot is a form of wisdom, these videos are a source of entertainment and light, but hopefully you can draw some type of wisdom. Hopefully you feel some type of synchronicity. I would absolutely love if you would leave a comment for me. Let me know what you're up to, who you are, like where you are in the world, where you're watching from, and whether or not this jives, if you feel like sharing that on here. I do have links for personal readings below, as well as an absolutely free pick a card. So if you want me to pull you a card, specifically meditated on you and sent specifically for you, then I would love to do that. Just go ahead and fill out the form completely free. Okay, so here we go. I always like to share what decks I work with because a lot of people ask me, what decks are you using? And I'm totally geeked out on my decks. I love them. Most of them I have purchased because I've been inspired by the artwork itself. If not, then it's more of like a traditional interest. But I'm working today with the Serpent Fire Tarot, okay? And yeah, I'm just in love with the decks that Devaney has created. She has a handful of them. You will see that I work with them regularly. In terms of tarot, she has the Serpent Fire and she has the She-Wolf Tarot. And these are decks that I use quite regularly. You're probably already familiar with me using them. And she has just released a new sigil oracle. So that one is for manifesting and just beautiful, really beautiful deck that you will see shortly on my own channel. And then also she is releasing for Halloween a astrological oracle deck, which I'm so excited about. And I really do hope to be carrying all of these online in a little shop in the near future because they're just so beautiful. They're hauntingly beautiful. The artwork is just incredible. And that's one of the main influences for starting to work with these creative decks was watching her kind of story unfold and her art unfold over the years and what she's been putting out there. So Shadowscapes Tarot, this is just so beautiful. This is just this very like whimsical, light, fairy tale type of deck. And, you know, there's a lot going on in terms of details and you really feel like you're in the forest amidst fairies. So really love that. We have the Wisdom of the Oracle. Colette Baron Reed, she is doing this Stars and Cards with Deborah Silverman right now, which is an astrologer, okay, astrologist. She's amazing. My best friend is into a lot of astrology and is learning Western astrology right now, and I'm a geek for astrology. I'm still right now trying to see whether or not my slant will be Western or Vedic. I'm really kind of pulled to Vedic as well, but I find them both eerily interesting to dive into, and so I thought I'd pull this out because this deck was something that we kind of found together at Chapters on one of our Sunday kind of brunch and bookstore dates that we would go on regularly before I moved out here. And the artwork is just so cool. You've got to see that. And then, of course, there is the Thoth deck. Thoth, I really need to learn how to pronounce this properly because it's rude of me not to know. So you guys have heard me share dreams in the past. Like, actually, the other deck that was from Serpent Fire, the She-Wolf Tarot, one of the cards showed up in my dreams, and it really preempted this big, huge, long thing. I also had another really strange waking dream with the Thoth Tarot where I was sitting in my room and all the cards started like floating in front of me like a bridge. And this is prior to me thinking I would have anything to do with the tarot being a part of my kind of offering in the world. I never would have thought that, but I love the detail and the work in the cards, the artistry, and all of these really pulls to me. So have fun exploring different decks for you. And you'll find that there's also like a feeling for each one. You'll notice that you'll get a resonance, a tone, a feeling, like sensations. You will have a certain kind of energy when you're working with a certain deck. So for those of you that chose deck 1, so you have deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, and we're trying to figure out if you want to concentrate on the individual that you're thinking about, whether this is a past relationship or whether this is a present relationship or somebody that you feel you'll be in a relationship with, and you're trying to determine what type of relationship it is. Let's see if the cards help unfold. I also did a video on my Instagram yesterday, which I will upload to YouTube today, that is basically this, like how to know the difference between different relationships. Now, I did a bit of a pre-shuffle for each of these, and I want to just show you what came out for the pre-shuffle because I find it quite interesting. So those of you who chose deck 1, what came out for the pre-shuffle, and I'm pretty sure the pre-shuffle for deck number 2 and deck number 3, all 3 of them had, I believe, the Judgment, but like deck 1 and 2 both had Judgment and Lovers. But for you guys, whoever chose deck number 1, this is really interesting because you have Judgment, you have the Lovers, and you have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is that soulmate card. It is like, it's a soulmate card. It is, you know, some readers really use this or the Four of Wands, or even, you know, could be the Hierophant. It depends, like different readers have different things. But when I look at this, what I see is Judgment. So like a lot of judgment perhaps between one another. Lovers is usually like a high intensity, passionate relationship. So typically I would say the Lovers goes more towards karmic relationships than it does soulmate in general, because there's this passion, there's this attraction, there's this heat, and it's not necessarily always coming from the heart space. It's often referred to as like something that's more just like that kind of fatal attraction. So I think typically when you'd see this card, you would see it as a karmic partnership, like just showing like, yeah, you're lovers, you're intense together, but there's a lot of judgment showing up here. But you also do have the Six of Cups, which is that kind of soulmate energy. The thing that I see coming up here is though the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, it just did not work. So I want to explore like and do the actual read, but the pre-read is really showing that this is beyond just karmic when the Six of Cups shows up to me. But for some of you, this relationship is just not working right now. Like the Ten of Pentacles aren't coming through. That stability of everything is just not coming through. And there is a lot of judgment. Maybe some of you are judging yourself for missing out on this opportunity, or judging yourself for not seeing this as it was. I feel that is a message for some of you, for sure. And for some of you, it's just like that other person was just in a place of too much judgment towards the relationship, too much judgment over not being able to find everything. You know, and some of you, the reason that this happened is because you were looking to explore your own sensuality, your own sexuality. You were really trying to find your own creative energy. You know, you felt like there was just too much judgment in the relationship. So I feel like this is definitely, potentially, those of you who chose this pile, this was a soulmate relationship or is a soulmate relationship. I'd like to see more cards come out to see whether or not it could go in the direction of whether or not it's twin flame. Bearing in mind, okay, and I talk about this in my video, you aren't necessarily going to end up with your twin flame, even though your twin flame helps you create that vast, full, connective river. Okay, if your incarnation was about having a twin flame, it doesn't mean that it's the best thing to actually be in a lover type of scenario relationship. Sometimes twin flame is outside of that dynamic of relationship altogether, is the truth. And soulmates, you know, I'm not one that just believes that we have just one soulmate. Okay, I believe we have many. We've been around for many, many incarnations. So we can have really strong magnetism towards a lot of people. So there's like a lot of confusion over monogamy versus polyamory, why there's a lot of, you know, strange energy overall around what should suffice as a healthy, happy relationship. And there's just a complete breakdown in communication and just kind of space for people to truly talk about what they think and feel and be honored in that space and allowed to work through the confusing thoughts. So let's see what's going on here. So you see 6 of Wands. Okay, so this relationship, you can tell right away, has been like a lot of challenge. So the person, whoever it is that you're thinking about, hi Hala or Hala, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I appreciate you. So whoever this person was, in the pre-shuffle, we had there the 6 of Cups, we had Lovers, we had Judgment. Like there was all these beautiful cards, like showing this is some type of soulmate connection for sure. Whether it's a twin flame, I don't know. I want to look more into this. So the 6 of Wands, it's like you see her going through the water there. She's come out of some kind of major battle, remembering that the tarot is fluid. Okay, in terms of gender, this can represent male or female. This can be you or the other person. Cross watchers welcome also. So 6 of Wands, you've just, you know, riding through the waters. Like this is a massive journey. This other person is showing up as the King of Pentacles in reverse. Don't take too seriously the types, but I like to add types in. So the King of Pentacles is an earth sign. So this could be you or the other person showing up in reverse, but not wanting to build. You know, the King of Pentacles is stability, security. You know, he's building. He knows what he wants. Oftentimes the King of Pentacles is like really happy in his own autonomy, just like not necessarily needing somebody else. But in this situation, you know, it's happened as it's come to the 9 of Wands. It's almost like a standoff. It's like things aren't moving forward. There is some type of situation where you guys are just kind of head to head, but not moving about it. So maybe some type of suppressed emotions or lack of willing to share, that one's not willing to build on this. You have the King of Swords in reverse too. So I believe that there, in this relationship, there's just been a lack of strong communication. So weak communication. Also really emotions that have not been controlled. Emotions that, you know, are just kind of all over the place. The Queen of Cups can typically have issues with emotions in general. Like she wears her heart on her sleeve and she can be the most giving, the most loving. But in this read, the Queen of Cups is showing up in reverse. So it's like those, maybe that caring, the emotions from the Queen are not being shown at the time. And it's like there's this overall struggle to reach and obtain the light together. It's like you see these figures reaching in. The light is there, but there's like this river between you. So the river isn't being satisfied. So for most of you, I feel like this is soulmate, not twin flame, just having this reference of this river and me using the reference of a twin flame to be a river that connects. This river isn't connecting. I believe that it has been a soulmate connection or is a soulmate connection. It is a deep, loving connection. You did have the Lover's card. You did have the Six of Cups in the pre-shuffle, but you also had the 10 of crystals, the 10 of discs in reverse, meaning like you couldn't get that stable, grounded situation that you wanted. And the Nine of Swords is typically, you know, this distressed space of needing to go within and heal after a lot of pain, a lot of mental pain and anguish that's been caused by this relationship. If this doesn't resonate, check out one of the other piles, okay? And remember, not all of these readings will resonate, and that's okay too. But I deeply appreciate you, and if you want a more personal read, that is an option below. So Knight of Wands, there's a lot of passion in this relationship. There was like new ways of expressing oneself. There was like a youthfulness. There was a joy de vie kind of situation in this. But the sun ultimately did not come out. The sun did not manifest in this relationship the way that you guys had once hoped for, you know, but you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. And of course, this can be male or female. So, but we all have like feminine and masculine energy. Okay. But showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, it's like you have the ability to do it all. Okay. You're showing up in this really vibrant, beautiful way. This is the way that you viewed them. And it just, for whatever reason, and we might be able to get more to that afterwards, but one of you is showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, and she is the queen that can take care of the kids, she can take care of the house, she can work, she can love her partner, she can kind of just manifest and do it all. She stands here in like all this glory. But the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, like you didn't come out of getting to the next step in the relationship. Their Hangman shows up. So people are just like hanging around. People aren't moving forward in what's going on. The Star is in reverse. Like this person is no longer the star in your eyes, or you're no longer the star in their eyes. The healing isn't taking place. And that Two of Cups is in reverse. It's like you wanted this person to be your person, to be your love, but the situation isn't that. So somebody's moving on. Somebody is taking action and ready to move forward after coming out of this time and this like worry and this kind of just really doomy, gloomy type of feeling of having that lack of communication. The Four of Swords, you know, you're coming out of that now and coming to the Ten of Pentacles. So for some of you, after this period of real blended heartache and pain and all of these things are actually coming to the Ten of Pentacles after this long period of lack of communication, after someone decided to take action knowing that the love wasn't being cultivated. They weren't seeing this person as the star in their eyes anymore because there was too much stagnancy. They weren't moving towards the 10. So for some of you, it was just like this halt in the relationship. Some of you showing up as like a queen saying like, I've got this, I've got you, I can be all of this, you know, and where is the sun? For some of you, there was issues with trying to conceive, you know, lack of being able to conceive that really brought a lot of pain and perhaps some stagnancy in emotions and just like lack of drive in the relationship because that was just so emotional, because there was a lot of passion here, you know, but there was a lot of pain too and decision making coming out. I see this as a soulmate relationship. One where initially in the pre-read we had the Lover show up, the Six of Cups, which is really soulmate, and also had the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. But you guys have been working really, really hard. And so I see two different things going on. For some of you, it's like you found your Ten of Pentacles by making that decision and deciding to take action and move forward, when this person really is still in a place not willing to kind of give that love, where that healing hasn't taken place. But for some of you, you're coming out of that healing right now. You know, you recognized that your love was really hurting, and you decided to take action about it after not communicating for a long time, and have just like come out and said, I want this 10 of Pentacles. I want this 10 of Pentacles with you. And we can have this, you know, because that Six of Cups is there. That Lover's passion is there. Like, we have passion, we have love, like we have everything that we need. But there's been this like giant amount of pain. And I'm not saying some of you can't be with your twin flame. Some of you very much can. But just the progression of the cards here, you know, I really feel like for many of you, this is a really deep soulmate. I'm not seeing karmic relationship in this spread. I'm seeing for the majority of you, it's a soulmate. There's a lot of love here, but there's been like a lot of pain and a lot that you guys have been working through. And, you know, the Six of Cups comes back up, but in reverse. A lot of you have been working through trying to get this flipped upside down because it's what you want, but it's been lacking. And now the Lovers comes in reverse, you know, kind of opposite of the pre-read, which is really, really interesting, you know, and those were the three cards. But I see here for a lot of you, you know, this Six of Cups that was upside down, now the Lover is upside down, the Judgment upside down, which were upwards. You know, you're coming out of this energy of like a lot of healing, because for a lot of you, it's about getting the Ten of Cups as well. For a lot of you, it's like you want all the stability and all the security of the Ten of Pentacles, which that was in reverse when the Lovers and the Six of Cups were upright. But now when the Lovers and the Six of Cups and the Judgment are reversed, you have the Ten of Cups. So the story unfolds that for some of you, and of course this is a general read, so I like to let the read go on so I can give a few different scenarios because there's lots of people going to be watching. For some of you, what this is showing me is that, you know, things are really good. You have that love, you have all of that stuff together. But when you bring wanting to have a child into the mix, or wanting to have, you know, a baby, or the Ten of Pentacles, having that stability and security, all of a sudden that flips the energy of your relationship inside out. So for some of you, again, like cards showed up earlier that I feel like for some of you, there's been trouble with conceiving. That's given a lot of weight to this relationship. For some of you, it's that, you know, you want something that they don't want, or they want something that you don't want. Like some of you are just really happy to be in the relationship, but aren't wanting, you know, to have children or to go down this path. And while the other person is. So there's a bit of a struggle in terms of what you guys really want, because the Ten of Pentacles flips from the pre-read, which these are the exact cards that were in the pre-shuffle. Okay, it looked like this. The pre-shuffle looked like this. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, but you have the Six of Cups, you have the Lovers, and you have Judgment. And Judgment can be like, typically Judgment is like inner judgment, self-judgment, but like you see this illuminated thought process going on. And you know, but the Ten of Pentacles isn't there. The stability and the security isn't there, while like everything else is there. But then when you get the Ten of Pentacles upright, all of a sudden this union of Lovers and glowing thoughts and being in that Six of Cups energy reverses when you bring out the Ten of Cups, which is kind of that like family, have all of the love, like everything that you ever wanted. So What I see is for most of you that chose this pile, I believe that is a true soul mate that you are with. Bearing in mind, we have many soulmates. I do believe this. So you have many path options in this lifetime. The thing is, and the wisdom that I can lend to this is, we may feel like just magic and magnetism with another person, but do we really want the same things in life? That is the big, big thing. It does not take away from the velocity, the power, the grandeur, the cosmicness of your love or your affection or adoration from this other person. It's just like, though in this lifetime, is this the person for me? And I'm seeing Empress show up here. So we can read this two different ways. One, this is going to be your person that's got it all going on. The Empress is ready to build an empire and she's ready to move. You have the Chariot moving forward. Okay. So yeah, for some of you, this is your Empress, whether if they're coming in the male or the female form. This is your person. This is the one that will adore and love you, the one that is happy in their own self, that doesn't need you to be anything. They just love you and want to move forward with you. For some of you, it's going to be embodying the energy of the Empress. And the Empress doesn't need anybody to be happy. Like, she is happy holding down the fort on her own, and she's ready to move forward on her own. Okay. So let me know if this resonated for those of you who chose deck number 1. I really hope that it gave you something to contemplate, something to think about. Relationships are kind of the key to everything. The huge thing is making sure that you're in balance. There always has to be a give and take. And of course, some of us are going to be in, an accelerated aspect of our path, more so than others at different times. But we should be meeting in the middle, and it should be healthy. Karmic relationships are where, things are really heavy and intense and they aren't healthy. And that's where we want to call on our friends, and we want to call on everything that we can to gain better clarity. Okay. So I want to show you the pre-shuffle for those of you who chose deck number 2, and we're doing, am I in a karmic relationship, a soulmate relationship, or a twin flame relationship, or was I with, or is this person, so past, present, future context, it all works. Time is fluid in the tarot. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Okay, I'm just reminding you, same as I reminded everybody else, please like, subscribe, comment if you haven't already. I really appreciate the love while I'm trying to share what it is that I love. Okay. This is, hold on a second. Okay, so it went this way. This is really, really freaky, because in the first deck in the pre-shuffle, we got the Lovers and we got the Judgment card. And again, for this is the pre-shuffle, okay? So for those of you who chose this deck, we have Judgment. Let's read this as it goes. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So King of Cups, Page of Wands, the Lovers, the High Priestess in reverse. So for some of you, you have not, with this person, you have not really been listening to your intuition. Lovers is usually very passionate. Okay, it does not mean that this is going to be a person that is just a soulmate or a deep person. This could be somebody that you've been tied to for many lifetimes, or you have a huge magnetism with, and you just met them in this lifetime. But the Lovers is a high, beautiful intensity and passionate, and they're lovers. It doesn't say they're married. It's they're lovers. And this intuition in reverse, High Priestess in reverse, makes me think that for some of you that chose this pile, and again, it's not going to resonate with everybody. Take what works, let the rest go. But for some of you, really weren't listening to your intuition in this relationship. There was an offer that was brought forth, but the Page of Wands being in reverse, it's almost like this new sudden offer was retracted. You have the King of Cups showing up. The King of Cups, I'm going to read it in this light in this way. You know, it could be a water sign, but more so the King of Cups can be somebody that holds back with their emotions. It's like they're the ones that want to give love, but they can withhold, you know, expressing, or they can be a little bit erratic or imbalanced or sharp with their emotions on the unhealthy side. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's like you thought that you hit the jackpot with this person. You felt like this person is it. This person is everything. This person is my fortune, you know? But then judgment comes in, and judgment is looking in the other direction. So I feel like for some of you that chose this card, and we're going to discover, or this deck, more, you know, we're gonna play with these energies, and I'm gonna look through and see. But I feel so far potential for soulmate, but most likely a karmic. And so I did a video on Instagram yesterday, which I'm going to load up onto YouTube today. It was like, what's the difference between a karmic, a soulmate, and a twin flame relationship, and my thoughts on that. Okay, so karmic, typically, you know, we all have to go through karmic relationships. We just do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, we're here on this earth to learn. And the number one way we do that is through relationships with self, with others, with the divine. And honestly, in partnerships, all three of those are being valued and looked at. I'm going to move this deck off to the side for now, so I have some more room. So we're looking for more of the story for those who chose deck number 2. If this doesn't resonate, check out one of the other piles, okay? We're looking to see, is this person that you were with, that you're with, that you're contemplating being with? No way. This is hilarious. Okay. So what do I see going on here? You have the Six of Cups. So this is a soulmate, okay? It's not a karmic relationship. It was looking like that judgment at the end after feeling like you weren't really paying attention to your intuition and that type of thing. Okay, the Page of Cups is in reverse though. Like, the offer that you would like with this person right now isn't there. But the Tower is in reverse. It's like this person has just gone through some mad BS in their life, some craziness that has ultimately turned them inwards, in for like a crazy healing, crazy amounts of self-discovery. But in this process, they haven't been able to offer you like that Page of Cups, because they've been too focused on trying to figure out what the heck is going on in their own life. Like, they've had so much going on. Right now, they're showing up as the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, it might actually be an actual earth sign. For others of you, it is somebody that is really strong and does actually want to build with you. So that judgment that was coming in before, and so like, look how beautiful this is. The pre-read, the last card was judgment, looking outside of the situation, trying to gain a better judgment, trying to see what to do. Like, did I read the situation right? Because it was like your intuition was off, you know, but maybe part of the judgment was in wondering why this page hasn't been offered. And it's because the Tower has been in reverse. Like, the Tower is in reverse. This person has been experiencing so much in their life, and now they're showing up as somebody that does want to build for the long haul. Okay. And so that judgment now looks back and is like, oh, okay, this person is solid. This person does want to build. This person is a king. And you know what? I needed to see that, but maybe I was having trouble seeing that because they have been not offering me those cups, the way that typical soulmate lovers would want to. I actually feel like with the sequence of the way that this is coming together, for some of you, this might actually be twin flame. Just seeing this heavenly type of judgment looking in on the potential to build and having that soulmate card come up after so much, confusion over like, did I see my intuition right? And also like, I know that this is a crazy assimilation to draw, but like the tree of life is in reverse. And to me, when I'm looking at the tower in reverse, I'm seeing, this element of it potentially being the tree of life. So I am so shocked that this is what I'm seeing, because really the way that the cards were reading initially, I thought, is this a karmic relationship? With that doubting of intuition. But I think sometimes like, when you have somebody really beautiful and magical in your life, it's like, is this too good to be true? And a lot of the times we can take other people's silence or lack of coming forward as this type of energy of like it's personal, it's that they're not interested or these types of things. In some case it is. Like if you're actually feeling bad and you're feeling negative inside and this other person is making you feel bad, okay, and making you doubt yourself all of the time, even if it is a, twin flame or a soulmate, it doesn't matter. Like the best thing is to step into your own energy and path and not focus on them, and like heal yourself, get into a good vibration for yourself, let them get into a good vibration for yourself, because trust that if it's twin flame or it's soulmate and you're meant to be, the bottom line is you will be. And I did a video that I'm going to upload on YouTube from Instagram last night that is like discerning what kind of relationship. I'm telling you guys, this is incredible. You have the 10 of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, this person, you'll marry this person, and this will be your life path partner. Very deep soulmate, very deep energy. There was, there's the 6 of Cups here. There is the King of Pentacles here, ready to build. There's Judgment. There's 10 of Pentacles. It's like, I don't know. This is really a really magical relationship for some people. And for some of you, it's like, it's not what you thought that it was going to be. Like you felt that initially, but then you doubted yourself. You doubted your intuition, or your intuition, you weren't listening to it fully. You weren't giving yourself permission to listen to it fully. And for some of you, what I see happened, that judgment turned into you making a decision, to not take the opportunity with this person because you weren't very grounded and you weren't ready to build. But now it's like, I don't know, maybe that's why the judgment was looking back. It's like you didn't listen properly, you didn't follow your intuition properly, and now you're seeing, oh my gosh, things weren't what I thought. This is my soulmate. This is my twin flame for some of you. That offer of love was you not giving it. Why? Because you were upside down in the tower. You needed to come out and heal. You needed to be willing to give and to build so that you could have that 10 of Pentacles, that like full stability and security with this person. So some of you, it's like you judged wrong. Okay, that's what you're feeling. We'll see if we can get like one more clarity card. And if this doesn't resonate, check out one of the other piles, okay? Page of Swords. So some type of new communication coming in. Something new. Kind of suspended in heaven. Three of Cups, there will be a celebration. For some of you, there's going to be a celebration. Is that Judgment, wedding bells for some, or like advancing to a new area of the relationship? Oh my gosh. The Lovers come out. So I feel like there's going to be new communication to celebrate love with this person. You know, this person wants to celebrate with you, and you want to celebrate with them. That new communication could reignite this spark and this flame for you guys. It's like a genuine connection. This is definitely 100% soulmate by the cards. Oh yeah, and the Hierophant comes out. The Hierophant is like wisdom, you know, and Nine of Cups. It's like you have all of these fish swimming towards, you know, just having it all. It's like you're cycling right now with this person, okay? You're cycling. Some of you have been coming in and out, in and out, in and out of each other's life, but you're cycling with this person. And the Hierophant, you know, is the wisdom. It's like you're going to these deep, wise persons, you know, yogis, gurus, going out to nature, like being with nature, spiritual scripture. And for some, they actually read the Hierophant as the marriage card, as the like wisest soul kind of contract card. So for some of you, this is definitely looking like you could marry this person, this lover. That celebration is there. It comes with this new kind of communication from them after like misjudging a situation, or they misjudged it. You know, somebody wasn't ready to build, but holy cow, you know, new communication comes in. You guys have passion, but you also have wisdom. Okay. So this is either twin flame or kind of looking like marriage. Whoever chose this, isn't this a story? This is beautiful. Okay, wow. If you just got on now, you must do yourself a favor and go back to the beginning of that. Unless it's just me and I'm geeked out. But that was really beautiful. Like so far, really, really cool reads, both from the first, those who chose the Serpent Fire, and those who chose the Shadowscapes. So I did a bit of a pre-read too. Take a little sip of my cafe. I'm just having so much fun doing these readings with you guys. I really am. The feedback and the messages and stuff like that I get on social media are really cool. And it's just inspiring, and it's creepy and it's eerie in the best way, how on point some of this stuff can be for so many of you. So I did a pre-shuffle for each. Okay. And I pulled out a bunch of cards for the pre-shuffle for group number 3. So if you chose pile number 3, which is the Thoth Tarot, it had this little symbol on the top. Okay, that's what we're doing right now. So I did a pre-shuffle today. I don't always do that, but I did that. I just wanted to. Some matters of love, which is so much fun. So let's see what we've got going on for group number 3. Let's see what the tarot has to say. So Knight of Cups. Somebody with an offer of love. Knights aren't usually ready to build unless they're pentacles. You thought you had the Ace of Cups. You know, this Knight of Cups just made you happy. And gender is fluid. Remember that. So this person rushed in, you know, with this offer of love. They made you feel really happy. But things didn't move forward or aren't moving forward. The Chariot's in reverse. Wisdom comes in. The Hierophant. For some of you, this is literally like, there's two different things that I'm seeing here. For some of you, it was like you got this offer of love. This person made you super happy. You wanted to move forward in the relationship to the next level. Like you wanted to marry this person. Okay. For some of you, it's like you got to this point, but then wisdom stepped in and you went really deep and realized that this wasn't going to happen. Adjustment, like, okay, Libra, tipping the scales, like justice, like something was brought to light. I feel like some justice was being served in the state of your relationship, especially coming out of the Four of Wands. So they're like the Four of Wands can be a really beautiful card for like soulmate energy, for twin flame energy, but it's in reverse here. So it's like you thought that, but then the Four of Swords shows up. So like this lack of communication, this distance between the two of you after, okay, so we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So for some of you, like you that wisdom set in and things didn't move forward because somebody needed to be called out. Something needed to be brought to light. There's some treachery here. There's some like something shady the other person did. Either that or your mind was playing tricks on you. But that left your relationship in a state of kind of the hangman, just hanging around, not really moving forward, not building, not offering that Eight of Pentacles, the opportunity to build with one another. Wow. Okay. The Fortune card, the Wheel of Fortune shows up. All right. So this is you looking at the potential of this as being your fortune. Okay. That Seven of Swords really hurt. It hurt somebody really bad. And that might have been the uncovering of something from their past. Okay. Or it might have been the uncovering of something from your past. Either way, like that really hurt. And there was sharp, distant types of communication in the relationship that left things at a standstill. Now, a standstill on whether or not to move forward. But for some of you, and this is the pre-read, we're going to find out more afterwards, but for some of you, that building does look forward because some of you are seeing this Wheel of Fortune with this opportunity to just see the treasureful, the light, the kind of everything opportunity with this person. I see the Nine of Wands here in reverse. So that hangman situation is lightening up. Okay, so you guys are in a position, or somebody's coming out of that position of being really stagnant after feeling really hurt and betrayed, to seeing the other as their treasure and moving out of this stagnant energy, out of this standoff, and showing the Ten of Cups, like seeing, what, this person is the person that I want to grow old with. This is the person that I want to have babies with. This is the person that I want everything with. And babies, not even just physical babies. It could just be birthing things in the world together, like having that family kind of energy. So you have a lot of really powerful cards here. You have the Hierophant, and this is your pre-read, and you have the Ten of Cups. So the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups show me that, and then having the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups are showing me that this person, okay, we're going to discover more in the actual read right now, but this person definitely has the potential to be soul mate. Like seeing the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups, I feel like for some of you, this has been a marriage partnership. But because of the betrayal and the pain going back and forth, I want to see if, if a soulmate card shows up, if we get like the Two of Cups, or if we get the Six of Cups in here, or if we get like the Ten of discs, like the Ten of Pentacles, to show some type of stability. Otherwise, sometimes marriage can be a karmic relationship, right? Sometimes you can have the Ten of Cups and you can be married, Hierophant showing up as married, not necessarily as like the altogether wisdom, but being brought together, Libra, justice. Like, so I'm seeing for a lot of you who chose this deck, you were married to this person, or you are married to this person, or you're thinking about getting married to this person. And there's like a choice. There's like this indecisiveness. Like you have to make a sharp decision. I feel like This is definitely potential, this deck for karmic. And we all have to go through karmic relationships. Again, if this doesn't resonate, let me know. Okay, so just as I said that, I said there were certain cards that I was looking for to read to see like what comes out. So 2 of Cups, that is real love. Okay, so there's real love here. You have the Princess of Discs. The Princess of Discs. So like showing up, ready to build, wanting this love, okay, but having to make a decision because the 5 of Cups, like there's just disappointment, there's pain in this relationship. And, you know, you see the Princess of Swords coming out of, oh, this kind of disillusioned state. Why? Because the 6 of Cups, for some of you, it's like you wanted stability, but for others of you, you found out that this person was giving to somebody else. And I don't like to be like negative in reads, but whatever. Life is like light and dark, you know, yin and yang, black and white, positive, negative. Like it's all just both. And we're all grown-ups and we know that. And so it's like adjusting our attitude to how we take in what life is that's going to help propel us in the best way. But the Empress is in reverse. So the Empress isn't showing up in all of her glory and all of her light and isn't able to build this empire. So we had like all these marriage cards before. We had pain, like some deep pains, somebody wanting to build after heartache. But what's happening is there has to be a sharp decision because love is what you want, but and you're showing up ready to build, or they're showing up ready to build, but there's been this disappointment. There really has been this heartache and this pain, and somebody's just not able to move out of that. Somebody is hanging upside down, feeling really sharp under the gloom of the clouds of the emotions because somebody was giving to somebody else. Somebody's giving their heart to somebody else. Like, you know, this in the traditional card, it's like the 6 of Cups. Somebody is literally feeding somebody else. In some senses, their love, and other times it could be just that you want security, but this person isn't able to give that. This person is in a place right now where they're not able to give that, and that could just be their own mental health and inability to just offer that at this time. And for some of you, in terms of your marriage, you're just feeling like your partner is just upside down right now. Maybe emotionally, spiritually, physically. Okay. Yeah, it's like the 10 of Cups is upside down. The stability, the security isn't there. The Knight of Swords, some type of sharp communication. So potentially some arguments over stability and security in this. I see the 4 of Cups, like somebody wants this to be that stable, soft love to embrace. And the communication about getting there really just sucks. You know, like this to me, this blend is like there's lack of expression of this soft love. There's lack of telling the other person how much they mean. So there's no doubt to me that there's like, this is an intense connection. There's a lot of love here, but I feel like with how much emotions, how much instability, how much pain, this is a karmic relationship. Let's see. The Moon, secrets of the night. Okay, intuition coming out, like a shadow relationship. Aeon in reverse. Okay. And yeah, the 10 of Cups showing up in reverse. So it's like this relationship is kind of broken. This marriage is broken. Seven of Wands in reverse, not moving forward. The Nine of Swords in reverse. That's like a lot of pain, you know, and the Nine of Wands, strength, and also, you know, getting the strength to move out of this stagnancy, out of this pain, like of uh, Five of Wands, this turbulence, this inability to figure out like what the heck is going on. And you have the Devil. So yeah, definitely confirming this is a karmic relationship. It's something you needed to grow. They needed to grow, but really assess, you know, because the Devil comes out as like obsessive qualities. Okay. So addictions, toxicity in relationships, codependence, just an unwillingness to see the situation for what it really is the way that I'm going to read this, especially with, you know, the chaos here and the stagnancy, and like just look at the imagery here. It's you know, the Ten of Cups is in reverse. It's like it didn't work. Why? Maybe somebody had addictions to sex, to gambling, to drugs, to alcohol, to being toxic, to fighting, addictions to fighting and quarreling, and this type of thing. But seeing a lot of heaviness in this. I feel guided to like tell people, you know, look up tendencies of manipulative people, look up tendencies of manipulative toxic relationships, narcissistic abuse, that type of thing. Some of you are just like so much holding on to wanting the love in this relationship, but it's ultimately there is a tie and binding situation between the two of you that ultimately might not be healthy. Of course, this is a general read. If you want a personal read, my link is below. There's also a free pick a card. I really appreciate you leaving me a comment. Please like, subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking about this and if it resonates. I really hope that this helped for someone, you know, to lend some clarity, remembering that the tarot is like a form of a wisdom tool, ancient esoteric knowledge. I do believe it's so helpful, but never let this compensate for using your own discretion or guidance. Okay, and I am uploading a video to YouTube this afternoon. It's like, what's the difference between a karmic, a soulmate, or a twin flame relationship? Thank you so much, beautiful Hala, and I love you guys. I really look forward to sharing more videos with you and can't wait to hear how this one resonated.